Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji. Welcome to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. This is the morning session, and currently we are reading The Light of a Bhagvata. And today we will start with verse 5. This is a very beautiful book written by Srila Prabhupada for Word Conference. But due to some issues, like he was not able to go to that Word Conference, so his disciple again published this book on on his anniversary. So, like this book is from the 10th canto, 20th chapter, and like here, the beautiful description of the seasons in Vrindavana is given, and so Prabhupada is using this beautiful verses and examples from the nature and to describe the Vaishnava philosophies. Okay, so let's start our session by offering the prayers. Mangalacharan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरं मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितान् च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. So like this book is so beautiful and this is the one of my favorite book. Okay, and how beautifully Prabhupada has explained everything. Just give me 1 minute. So yes, like in verse 3, like we have seen like uh, God is so merciful. Even like we are disobedient to him, then also like he show his mercy in a form of rain. When rain is there, then there are crops, grains, and when a rain is there, then only living entities can live. Okay, and he's so merciful. He preserved the water in a form of by putting the salt in a form of a ocean, and also he preserved the water in a form of in a form of ice, so that like water doesn't didn't flood the entire earth planet. Okay, so, then why Krishna put us in a distress? Krishna put us in a distress because, like, when you have the everything, when you are having the every comfort, then you are forgetting Krishna. But when you are in a put in a difficulty, then like ultimately you will look up. Then Krishna will help you. Okay, because like our purpose in this material world to reform ourselves and go back to the godhead, not to stay here comfortably. And so for that purpose we should like again revive our eternal relationship with the Krishna, the servant and master relationship. Okay, so for that we must remember Krishna, and we have seen the laws of nature are so stringent, but we can cross this and we can translate these laws by simply surrendering to Lord Krishna. Okay, and then in verse 4 we can see like when the rainy season is there, then everything is like everything is a green, and everywhere there are flowers and greenery, but this is the temporary. So similarly, we performed very severe austerities to get some material gain. But what is the problem with this? The problem is that, okay, after rainy season, like there is a lot of a greenery, and like a lot of flowers are there, it looks very pleasant. Okay, but like after rainy season there is a winter season, and this all greenery will be dry up. Okay, so like, okay, we are performing severe austerities for the material gain, and like, when the results come, we feel happy for some time. But like, but again, like, we should be ready to face another miseries. Okay, so this happiness is a flickering, this is not a permanent. Okay, so yes, the human life, what Prabhupada is saying, the human life is not for the like, this temporary gains. It is a simply waste of a time and energy. And like whatever, like, material gain and loss is a destined to us, and everybody from the 84 lakh species is for the particular for enjoyment and suffering, and you will get that according to your according to your destination. You don't have to work too much. Like even like our acharyas, even in a Srimad Bhagavatam it is given, like like it is like according to your destiny, like whatever pious karma you have did in your past life, that like you will get only the 20,000 rupees salary per month. Okay, but you are putting lot of labor, and like you are you are doing the two shifts, like morning shift, night shift also. And then like, okay, you are getting the 40,000, but this extra 20,000 material nature will take away in a form of a hospital bills, or like a, like some people simply lose their money in way, like other like things. So like material nature, whatever extra you will earn, material nature will automatically take us. Then like, why you have to work for that the for the two shifts? You work for the one shift, and like a rest time you can engage in Krishna conscious activities. Okay, so human life is not just for a increase like a increasing material sense gratification, but to like develop the Krishna consciousness and go back to the Godhead. Okay, so unless we are in this material world, there will be continuation of the threefold miseries. And it is like, when you are happy, you have to remember this. It is like, we have the 60 minutes, and like 1 minute you are getting the gulab jamun, and like rest 59 minutes, like Maya Devi is beating you with the chappals and like sticks and everything. Okay, so like this is not a permanent. Okay, so Hare Krishna, who wants to read?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, you can start with the verse 5.
Hare Krishna. Verse 5. The evening in the rainy season is dark all around. There is no sight of the twinkling stars on the horizon or the pleasing moon. They are covered by clouds, and the insignificant glowworms become prominent in the absence of the luminaries in the open sky. As there are seasonal changes within a year, so there are challenging ages in the duration of the manifest cosmic world. These changing ages are called yugas or periods, as there are three modes of nature. There are also various ages dominated by these three modes. The period dominated by the mode of goodness is called Satyuga. The period of passion is called Treta Yuga, and period of mixed passion and ignorance is called Dwapar Yuga, and the period of darkness and ignorance, the last period, is called Kali Yuga, or the age of quarrel. The word Kali means quarrel. Kali Yuga is compared to the rainy season because many difficulties in life are experienced during this damp season. In Kali Yuga, there is a dearth of proper guidance. One may take guidance in the evening from the stars and moon, but in the rainy season, the light of guidance comes from insignificant glowworms. The real light in life is the Vedic knowledge. The Bhagavad Gita affirms that the purpose of the Vedas is to know the all powerful personality of God. I am seated in everyone's heart. and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas am I to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Bhagavad Gita 15.15.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So yes, like here we can see here the example of a rainy season is given. Uh, 5. The evening in the rainy season is a dark all around. There is no sight of a twinkling of the stars on the horizon or the pleasing moon. They are covered by the clouds, and insignificant glowworms become a prominent in the absence of the luminaries or in the open sky. So yes, like there is a like a cycle of 4 yugas, na? So yes, as we are seeing, the seasons are changing from the summer season to rainy season to the winter season. This goes in a cycle. So similarly this yugas also goes in a cycle. So and this yugas in there some modes of natures are prominent. For example, in a satoguna is dominated by the mode of a goodness, whereas the Treta Yuga is dominated by the mode of a passion. Okay, and Dwapar Yuga is a dominate is a it is a mixture of a, passion and ignorance, means Rajoguna and a Tamoguna. And this a Kali Yuga is the age of a quarrel, and this is the Iron Age. Why? Because it is dominated by the mode of ignorance. And Kali Yuga is compared to the rainy season, and we can see in every yuga there is a dominance of one or two or the mixture of these modes of nature. So for their purpose, the practice for the spiritual practice, the methods are also different. Okay, so okay, Kali Yuga is viral and their minds are disturbed. Like with this disturbed mind, they cannot meditate for the thousands of years. Even like if we close our eyes and if we simply try to stay still, there will be thousands of thoughts in our mind, and it will mind will harass us. That's why don't listen to your mind. Simply chant the Hare Krishna mantra when my mind is frustrating you. Okay, so Kali Yuga, so for Kali Yuga, as we say, many scriptures recommend us, even the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come and recommend us to practice the Samkirtana, and we have to remember the names of the Lord. So we don't have to take the association of a mind, because why we don't have to take? Because mind will throw you like lot of uh, whatever you have done in a millions and crores of lifetime, it will throw the same things. Like it is like a chiving again, which has been chewed. So don't listen to your mind. Simply try to focus on the each word of a Hare Krishna mantra. When you are sitting, when mind's thoughts are coming, that we can simply start chanting the Hare Krishna, or it is always better. Why we have to give the mind to mind the time? We can sing the kirtans, or we can hear the kirtans also. So in Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga is compared to rainy season. Why it is compared to rainy season? Because in a day there is there is a sun, but at a night we can see even the people are in navigation. They take the help of a polar stars and the nakshatras that appear in the appear in the sky. But in a rainy season there will be lot of clouds and there will be darkness, and we cannot clearly see the moons and stars. Okay, so at that time how the people will get the direction, how the navigators will get the direction, and even the people in the general get the direction, for the spiritual advancement also, and for general things also. So but rainy seasons, you have seen that fire insects or light insects, they have some light in their back. So we can see this light, but uh, this light is not so prominent, and it is for this misguiding us. So from where the real light comes? Real light comes from the Vedic knowledge. And what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 15.15, that from the Krishna seated in everyone's heart in a form of a Paramatma, and from Krishna we get the remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. If we do the sense gratification, then Krishna will give you the remembrance. Oh, like you are the eternal soul, and like please come back to the Godhead. We will enjoy here. Then, but no, you are too much interested in in sense gratification. Then Krishna will give forgetfulness. Okay, but like when you want to serve Krishna, then Krishna will give you remembrance and the knowledge. Okay, and okay, so real light is coming from the Vedas. So should I go and start reading the Atharva Veda, Yajur Veda, all the parts of Vedas? No, like what Krishna is saying, Krishna is giving the like kind of a summary, or like a kind of a just that like from the Vedas you should know me. Then why we have to like waste our time? Even the Vyasdeva is not satisfied with this all the Vedas work. So like Narad Muni instructed him to write the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a summary of a Vedanta Sutra. Then why we need to read all the Vedas? Simply trust the words of our acharyas. Yes, Snigdha Mataji, you can start.
Hare Krishna Mataji, all glories to
Hare
Srila
Krishna.
Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. But in this age of quarrel, there are quarrels even over the point of the existence of Godhead. In the godless civilization of the age of quarrel, there are numberless societies, religious communities, and religious sects, most of them trying to banish God from religion. Glowworms want to be prominent in the absence of the sun and the stars, and these small groups following various religious conceptions are like glowworms trying to be prominent before the eyes of the ignorant mass of people. There are now a number of self made incarnations people follow without authority from the Vedic literatures. There is regular competition between one incarnation's group and another's. The Vedic knowledge comes in a tradition from the spiritual master through the chain of disciplic succession, and the knowledge must be acquired through this chain without deviation. In the present age of quarrel, the chain has been broken here and there, and thus the Veda is now interpreted by unauthorized men who have no realization. The so called followers of the Vedas deny the existence of God, as in the darkness of a cloudy evening, the glowworms deny the existence of the moon and stars. Senior people should not be waylaid by such unscrupulous men. The Bhagavad Gita is the summary of all Vedic knowledge because it is spoken by the same personality of Godhead who imparted the Vedic knowledge into the heart of Brahma, the first created being in the universe. Srimad Bhagavatam was especially spoken for the guidance of the people of this age, which is darkened by the cloud of ignorance. Hari Bol.
Haribol Mataji. So yes, here we can see. Uh, so like this glow worms are compared to this like numberless of societies and religious communities and religious sectors, and there are thousands of like self-made incarnation of a Lord. Even like if you go and start searching, there will be more than 100 plus. They are an incarnation of Krishna. Okay, and like all unauthorized. Okay, and they they deny the deny the existence of a Lord. They call themselves as a follower of a Vedas, but they deny the existence of a God. Okay, in a darkness of a cloudy. So here, then okay, the Vedic knowledge is a real knowledge and it is a real light. Then how we have to accept it? Can we go outside and whimsically whoever is saying we should hear? Like we are okay. Like now we don't have to go outside, but like on the like a mobile screen, whoever is coming and giving us knowledge, should we receive from that? No. Like we should receive the knowledge from like a bona fide spiritual master, and that too which is from a disciplic cessation. Okay, and this Bhagavad Gita is a summary of all Vedic knowledge. Why? Because even in the first first sloka of a Bhagavatam, it stated that Krishna, the supreme personality of a Godhead, is the one who imparted the Vedic knowledge in the heart of a Brahmaji. Okay, all the Vedas are coming from the Krishna, and like from this Vedas, we should know the Krishna. So this Bhagavad Gita is a summary of all Vedic scriptures, and even the Srimad Bhagavatam is also it is a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra, and it is especially for the guidance of the people in this age, in the Kali Yuga, because we don't have that much time. We have a small lifespan. We are too much disturbed, and this is the age of quarrel. No one wants to listen to anyone. Everyone wants to speak. Please listen to me. I'm not interested in hearing you. Okay, so in this age, it is very hard to read all the Vedas, then come to the conclusion, then start practicing bhakti. So what we are doing, we are simply whatever Krishna said in a summary, we will trying to follow that, and we will simply go to the cream of all Vedic knowledge by simply reading the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and the very easy process given by our acharyas. Okay, so we should hear we should hear uh, the Vedic knowledge only from the bona fide spiritual masters. Okay, let me see the time. Okay, still we can cover this. So we can see here the images of a frog. So yes, Madhuri Mataji, you want to continue? You have raised your hand.
Yes, Mataji.
Very good.
Hare Krishna Mataji. All
Hare
glories to
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. On hearing the sound of the torrential rains, the frogs come out of the mountain caves and begin to chant, like brahmacharis who chant the Vedic hymns by the order of the spiritual master. In this age of the godless civilization, the sages of the of world recognized religious sects who believe in God must come out of their secluded places and preach the science of God, the supreme will, to the people in general. Hindus, Muslims, Christians, and the members of the other sects have convincing faith in the authority of God must not sit idly now and silently watch the rapid growth of a godless civilization. There is the supreme will of God, and no nation or society can live in peace and prosperity without accepting acceptance of this vital truth. The warning is already there, and responsible leaders of religious sects must meet together and form a common platform of a league of devotees of the Lord. There is no need for self realized souls to live in a secluded place. Perfect self realized souls engaged in the service of the Lord are unafraid of Maya, just as law abiding citizens of a state never fear the police. Such fearless devotees of God always speak scientifically about the existence of God, even at the risk of death. Such devotees of God feel compassion for the mass of people who have completely forgotten the Supreme Lord and who engage in the false pursuit of happiness that ends in the sense pleasures enjoyed by the hogs and dogs. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. So here we can see na this image of a frog. So it is compared when there is a lot of rain. So this rain and cloud, darkness of the cloud is compared to the Kali Yuga, because there are so many self-made incarnation, the light worms, and they are not giving us the real knowledge, real light or real direction, or a right direction. They are not giving us. They are simply misleading. So these frogs are compared to the spiritual leaders, they are from the bona fide they are from the bona fide sampradaya, and they really know the truth. So by hearing this rain sound, they come to know this there is lot of quarrel and people are misguiding the ignorant people, and this so-called incarnation, they are imposing themselves as as they are an incarnation or they are a lord, and they are doing some whimsical activities. So this this true devotees of Lord, they should come out, and when the rain is there, frogs come out and they start producing the a lot of noise. And it is compared to the brahmacharis who are chanting the Vedic hymns on the in order of the spiritual master. So what is the lesson from is that, okay, everyone is suffering here, a Kali Yuga is a prominence, and people are misguiding the general public. then let me start preaching. Okay, so here the essence is the same: start book distribution and start preaching the Krishna conscious movement. So yes, this age is Kali Yuga, iron age, and it is like a godless civilization. Okay, and there are many religions now, like Muslims, Christian. So like these people should come together, like they should form the common platform, and like they should start preaching the Krishna consciousness, or they should start preaching the real real self realization. So what Krishna is saying here, so like through the Srila Prabhupada, that one must not like who is like one must not like sit idly and silently watch the rapid growth of a godless civilization. Okay, so everyone is trying for the peace and prosperity, but unless like everyone come to the platform of a Krishna consciousness, there will be no peace and there will be no prosperity. Okay, so like we shouldn't sit idly. Okay, Krishna consciousness is not for the lazy people. Our Prabhupada says that like we shouldn't sit idly and silently. We should pre-reach the mission of Krishna. Okay, and we should take up our family business, that is pre-reaching the Krishna consciousness to the ignorant people. So yes, like even Prabhupada don't like that devotees simply chanting and they are not doing any kind of services, or they are not doing the preaching, because preaching is the essence. Okay, when we preach, like we can see like when you are doing the book distribution, you are you are compiling all the knowledge that you have, like till now you have read, or till now you have heard, and you try to give you are trying to convince that jiva, please take the Krishna conscience, or please take this book. Okay, this is so wonderful, na? So this is our and this is our business. Okay, and this is our duty to our spiritual masters and towards our Krishna. Because why Krishna come in this material world? To reclaim the ignorant jivas, okay, to foolish jivas who are engaged in a sense gratification and suffering again and again. Okay, so Krishna wants take everyone back to the Godhead. So we are just helping Krishna, and when we help Krishna, Krishna become very happy. Okay, so the people who are the so okay, devotees should not simply focus on themselves, like simply sit on in the idly on the like a secluded space and like start chanting and reading the books or hearing the lectures only for themselves. No, like you have to perform your sadhana, then you have to come out to pre-reach the mission of Krishna consciousness. This should be two ways. Okay, and the pure devotees of a Lord who are engaged in a service of Krishna, they are unafraid of a Maya. You don't have to fear for have the fear for the Maya. Okay, when you are serving Krishna, okay, then Krishna will take care. So like it is like person who are following the laws of a government, they don't get to like a fear from the police. Okay, Maya Devi is like a Durga Devi, he is like a kind of a police. If you commit mistake, like definitely you will get the punishment in this life or in your next life. And material laws, how they are very stringent, they are there is no like concession. The concession is only that take Krishna consciousness and like you will surpass everything. So, yes, like we should be very fearless to speak about the Krishna consciousness, about the existence of a Lord, even at the risk of a death. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you are acting whimsically. You should like render devotional service or start pre-reaching under instructions of a senior devotees. Okay, so devotees of Lord feel compassion. They are not, get uh, when the cigarette sense gratification, they don't get what we say they don't desire for this sense gratification, they only desire for like a Krishna consciousness. And even this the frog should come out and start pre-reaching. We can even see in the sage of self, namely Sharanyana, like they are performing yajna and they start then like they start speaking with the Shuka Goswami that please tell us what should we do. Like they are planning and what should they do, so that the Kali Yuga is like they have read the description of a Kali Yuga and they said like people will be so fallen, then what should we do for their spiritual realizations or to help them. So yes, these frogs are compared to the pure devotees and they should come out and pre-reach the mission. So the devotees should be compassionate. Okay, like okay, these jivas are suffering like a lot by the threefold miseries in this material world. He have forgot the existence of the Lord. He forgot the relationship with the Lord, and now he is only suffering. Let me help him to go back to the Godhead. Okay, let me help him. And like, yes, this is the false pursuit of a happiness, because this is a dukkhalayam ashashvatam, and how anyone can become a happy in this dukkhalayam? Only by taking Krishna consciousness, going back to the Godhead, you can become like happy. So like they are like they have forget, like, okay, jivas are come here for the enjoyment, but they have forget like where the real enjoyment is aligned. They are simply taking the pleasure in a sense gratification, like which is also available and which is also enjoyed by the hogs and dogs. Okay, so like the when it comes to the like sense gratification, we can think eating, sleeping, mating, defending, it is also available for the hogs and dogs. Like hog is also like become very happy simply by eating the stool, as we become happy by eating some kind of a sweet. So like we have to remember this example, then only like we can surplus this sense gratification. And like we should we should sharp our intelligence by reading the Srila Prabhupada books, by hearing the classes from the senior devotees, and by hearing the lectures of Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so Hare Krishna everyone, thank you for joining. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna, thank you for joining. Please write down the takeout points and try to apply it. Until and unless we apply it, like we are not going to get successful. So like start preaching on your platform. Okay.
Hare Krishna
So
Mataji,
Hare
Sadhu
Krishna.
Karma.
Krishna, thank
Thank you
you.
Mataji.
Hare